The trailer doesn't waste a single second. One look is enough to tell you this story is ending. And it's ending in pain. Faces that once felt strong now look tired, smiles are gone. Every moment feels heavy. Like something terrible is already happening off screen. This is not a season about hope. This is a season about what happens when there is no way back. Season 3 opens with a dark feeling that hangs over everything. The world of Beauty in Black no longer feels safe. Even for the people who once controlled it, the trailer shows silence. Where there used to be confidence and fear, where there used to be power. Every character seems to know that time is running out. Choices made in the past are now standing right in front of them. And there is no escape. The story is no longer about winning or losing. It is about surviving the truth. The trailer hints that secrets are no longer hidden. Long looks, shaky voices, and broken pauses tell us that lies are finally cracking. People who trusted each other now stand apart, unsure of who to believe. The bonds that once held everyone together feel weak and ready to snap. Season 3 is clearly pushing every relationship to its limit, showing that love and loyalty can turn into pain when the truth comes out. There is also a strong sense of fear in every frame. Not loud fear, but quiet fear, the kind that sits in the chest and doesn't go away. Characters move carefully, speak less, and watch each other closely. It feels like everyone knows something bad is coming, but no one knows who it will hit first. This slow tension makes the trailer feel heavy and serious, letting the audience know that this time, the damage will be permanent. Most important of all, the trailer makes one thing clear: this is the final chapter. The words "the end" are not just a title, they are a warning. Season 3 is not here to fix things or make peace. It is here to finish what was started. Every look, every tear, and every moment of silence tells us that this story is heading toward a hard ending, one that will change everything and leave nothing the same. The trailer slowly shifts its focus toward the characters, and this is where Season 3 feels the most intense. These are not the same people we met before. The confidence they once carried now feels cracked, almost fake. Their eyes say more than their words ever could. Every character looks like they are carrying a heavy weight, as if they already know that their past mistakes are about to catch up with them. Nothing feels light anymore, and no one feels innocent. One of the strongest feelings in this part of the trailer is pressure. Every character seems trapped inside their own choices. Some look angry, others look scared, and a few look completely empty. It feels like they have all reached a point where pretending is no longer possible. The walls are closing in, and the truth is forcing its way out. Season 3 clearly wants to show what happens when people can no longer hide behind power, money, or strong words. Relationships that once felt unbreakable now look fragile. The trailer hints at broken trust through small but powerful moments, a long stare that feels cold, a conversation that ends too quickly, a look of disappointment that hurts more than any fight. These moments suggest that betrayals are either already happening or about to be revealed. Friends may turn into enemies, and love may turn into regret. Nothing feels stable, and that makes every connection dangerous. The trailer also shows that everyone is standing alone, even when they are together. Group scenes feel tense, not united. You can feel the distance between people who once stood side by side. It's clear that fear has changed how they see each other. No one is sure who is telling the truth anymore, and that doubt slowly destroys everything. Season 3 seems ready to break every bond that was built in earlier seasons. What makes this section even stronger is how quiet it feels. There is no rush to explain everything. The silence between words speaks louder than any argument. You can sense regret, guilt, and anger sitting in the air. These characters are no longer fighting for control. They are fighting to protect themselves from the damage already done. Season 3 is shaping up to be a story where emotions hit harder than actions, and where every choice leaves a mark that cannot be erased. As the trailer moves forward, the real conflict of Season 3 begins to take shape, and it feels deeper than anything shown before. This is no longer about one problem or one enemy. It feels like the entire world these characters built is slowly turning against them. Every step they take seems to pull them closer to danger. The past is no longer something they can ignore, because it is now controlling the present. Old choices are returning with force, and there is no way to undo them. The trailer hints that long-hidden truths are finally coming to the surface. Things that were buried, denied, or pushed aside are no longer staying quiet. You can feel it in the tension of every scene. Characters hesitate before speaking, as if they know that one wrong word could destroy everything. This season appears to be about exposure, about what happens when secrets refuse to stay hidden and demand to be faced, no matter how painful the result may be. There is also a strong sense of manipulation running through this part of the trailer. Not everyone is honest, and not every move is what it seems. Some characters appear calm on the outside, but their eyes suggest planning and control. Others look confused, like they are being pulled into something they don't fully understand. Season 3 feels like a game where everyone is playing, but only a few understand the rules. Trust becomes dangerous, and believing the wrong person could cost everything. The emotional weight grows heavier as the trailer shows moments of confrontation. These are not loud or dramatic fights, but quiet, serious exchanges filled with meaning. A simple look can feel like a threat, a pause can feel like a decision being made. These moments suggest that the biggest battles this season will not be physical but emotional. Words will hurt more than actions, and silence will often be the loudest response. This part of the trailer also suggests that some characters are beginning to realize the truth too late. Regret starts to show on their faces. There is a feeling of loss, not just of people, but of time and chances that will never return. Season 3 seems ready to show how dangerous it is to wait too long to do the right thing. When the truth finally comes out, it doesn't bring relief. It brings consequences, and those consequences feel final. By the end of the section, it becomes clear that no one is in control anymore. The power has shifted, and the balance is broken. What once felt organized now feels chaotic. Every character is standing on unstable ground, unsure of what will happen next. Season 3 is setting up a final clash where secrets, lies, and past decisions all collide, leaving no room for escape and no place to hide. This part of the trailer makes the meaning of the end feel very real and very heavy. It no longer feels like a simple ending of a show. It feels like the end of a journey that has been painful, emotional, and full of mistakes. The faces shown in the trailer carry a deep sense of acceptance, as if some characters already know how their story will finish. There is no excitement in their eyes, only calm mixed with fear. Like people preparing for something they cannot stop, Season 3 clearly focuses on final choices. The trailer suggests that every character will reach a moment where they must decide who they really are, not who they pretend to be, not who they used to be, but who they choose to become at the very end. These decisions feel slow and heavy, not rushed. You can see it in the way characters pause before speaking, or look away instead of answering. It feels like each choice will change everything, and there will be no second chances. Sacrifice becomes a strong theme here. The trailer hints that some characters may give up everything to protect others, while some may choose themselves for the first time. These moments feel emotional, not heroic. There is no glory in what they are doing. It feels painful, personal, and lonely. Season 3 seems ready to show that sacrifice does not always feel right, and sometimes it leaves scars that never heal. There is also a strong feeling of closure mixed with sadness. The trailer does not promise happiness or peace. Instead, it promises truth. It suggests that some stories will end quietly, without answers or comfort. Others may end in shock or loss. This honesty makes the ending feel real. Not every story gets a perfect ending, and Season 3 is clearly not afraid to show that. The pacing of this part of the trailer feels slow and careful, like it wants the audience to sit with every emotion. There is time to feel regret, time to feel anger, and time to feel loss. Nothing is rushed, because this is the final goodbye. Every moment feels like a memory being formed, something viewers will remember long after the season is over. By the end of this section, the message is clear. Season 3 is not about fixing the past, it is about facing it. It is about standing still and accepting the damage that has already been done. The end does not mean everything is resolved. It means the story has reached the point where nothing more can be added. What is broken will stay broken, and what is lost will not return. This ending promises to be emotional, honest, and impossible to forget. As the trailer reaches its final moments, it becomes clear what Season 3 is truly offering the audience. This is not just another chapter filled with twists. It feels like a promise of honesty. Even if that honesty hurts, the story is no longer trying to surprise just for shock. Instead, it is preparing viewers for emotional impact, for moments that stay in the mind long after the screen goes dark. Everything feels intentional, like every scene has a purpose tied to the ending. Season 3 seems focused on consequences more than action. The trailer suggests that no one walks away untouched. Even the characters who survive will not escape without scars. You can feel that every smile will cost something, and every silence will mean something. The show appears ready to remind viewers that actions do not disappear just because time passes. They wait, and when they return stronger. This season looks determined to face those consequences head on. There is also a deep sense of goodbye in these final moments. Not a loud or dramatic goodbye, but a quiet one filled with emotion. The trailer gives the feeling of closing doors, of final looks, and of moments that will never happen again. Characters stand still, almost frozen, as if they are saying farewell to the lives they once knew. It feels personal, like the story is asking the audience to let go along with them. The emotional weight promised here is heavy but meaningful. Season 3 does not seem interested in easy wins or simple answers. Instead, it leans into pain, regret, and acceptance. It suggests that some endings are meant to hurt because that pain proves the story mattered. The trailer makes it clear that viewers should prepare for scenes that feel real, uncomfortable, and deeply human. What stands out most is the sense that nothing is wasted. Every relationship, every conflict, and every choice from earlier seasons feels like it is leading to this final point. Season 3 feels like the result of everything that came before it. The trailer doesn't rush through this idea. It lets it settle, giving the audience time to realize that this ending has been building for a long time. By the time the trailer ends, there is no excitement left, only anticipation mixed with emotion. It feels like standing at the edge of something final, knowing there is no turning back. Season 3 promises to deliver a powerful ending that respects the journey, honors the pain, and leaves a lasting mark. This is not just the end of a season, it is the end of a story that asks viewers to remember it, feel it, and carry it with them even after it's over. As everything comes together, Season 3 feels like a reflection of the entire journey rather than a simple finish line. The trailer gives the sense that this final chapter wants viewers to look back and understand how every moment led here. Nothing feels random, every emotion, every loss, and every mistake feels connected. It's as if the story is quietly reminding us that the ending was always waiting, shaped slowly by each choice made along the way. This season appears ready to blur the line between right and wrong. The trailer suggests that no character is fully innocent and no one is completely beyond saving. Everyone carries both guilt and pain. Some characters seem to finally understand the harm they caused, while others still struggle to accept it. This mix of awareness and denial adds depth to the ending, making it feel human and real. Season 3 does not judge its characters, it simply shows them as they are. There is a strong feeling of loneliness in these final scenes. Even when characters are surrounded by others, they feel emotionally distant. The trailer shows people standing close but feeling far apart, connected by history but separated by truth. This loneliness makes the ending more powerful, because it shows that some battles are fought alone, no matter how many people are around. Certain choices must be faced by yourself. The idea of legacy also plays an important role here. The trailer hints that what these characters leave behind matters more than what they gain. Words spoken, actions taken, and lines crossed will define how they are remembered. Season 3 seems focused on this quiet question: when everything ends, what will remain? Not power, not control, but memory. The way people are remembered becomes the final truth of their story emotionally. This section feels calm but heavy. There is no chaos, only acceptance. Characters no longer run or fight the truth, they stand still and face it. This calm does not mean peace, it means understanding. The trailer suggests that the end comes not with noise, but with clarity. That clarity may hurt, but it also feels honest. By closing on this tone, Season 3 promises an ending that respects the audience. It doesn't try to distract or soften the blow. It invites viewers to sit with the emotions, to think about the journey, and to accept the ending as part of the story's meaning. When it finally ends, it won't feel sudden, it will feel earned. This final chapter is not about shock or surprise. It is about truth, memory, and the quiet weight of everything that came before. As the story reaches its final stretch, Season 3 feels like it is speaking directly to the audience, asking them to remember everything that came before. The trailer carries a strong feeling of reflection, almost like the show is looking back at itself. Small moments feel important now. A look that once seemed simple now feels full of meaning. Words spoken in earlier seasons suddenly feel heavier, as if they were always pointing toward this ending. This part of the season appears to focus on emotional closure rather than action. The trailer suggests that not every question will be answered clearly, and that feels intentional. Life does not always explain itself, and neither does this story. Some characters may never get the chance to say everything they want to say. Some relationships may end without peace. This honesty makes the ending feel real instead of perfect, and that realism gives the story its power. There is also a strong sense of growth, even in pain. Characters who once acted without thinking now move carefully. Those who used to control others now seem unsure. The trailer hints that suffering has changed them, shaped them into people who finally understand the cost of their actions. This growth does not erase their past, but it gives meaning to everything they went through. Season 3 seems to suggest that understanding comes late, but it still matters. The emotional tone here is quiet but deep. Instead of loud moments, the trailer uses stillness. Characters sit alone, walk slowly, or pause as if they are holding onto memories. These moments feel like goodbyes, even when no words are spoken. It feels like the show is allowing space for the audience to feel, to think. and to prepare for letting go. This section also hints that the ending will stay with viewers long after it is over. Not because of shock, but because of emotion. The trailer feels confident enough to slow down and trust the story. It doesn't rush to finish. It allows the weight of the journey to settle, reminding viewers why they cared in the first place. By the time this part of the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Beauty in Black is not just ending a plot, but closing a chapter of emotion. Season 3 feels like a farewell to the characters, their struggles, and their world. It asks the audience to remember, to feel, and to accept that some stories end not with answers, but with understanding. This final stretch promises an ending that is thoughtful, emotional, and true to everything this show has been building toward.